Hi guys, my name is Ms. Ramirez. I'm from Rawlinson Middle School. I would be teaching you how to draw a fruit. You would need colored pencils or crayons, or even if you want to do it black and white, we're good. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, I did post some, an apple, an orange, a banana, and the pear. If you want to switch up fruits, you could, but you would have to switch colors as well. It's very easy. It's lightly blending the colors together, not roughly doing it, okay? We're not just gonna put the color on there. We're gonna layer it, okay? So follow that instruction. I hope you enjoy. Please don't stress out. Just have fun doing it. And if you need to practice, practice makes perfect. Don't forget that, okay? Have a good one. Okay, guys, here's a picture of other fruits. You can pause it at whatever time you want to look at them. Now for this project, you need a pencil, paper, and your crayons or color pencils. Now what I'm doing here is drawing super lightly. You always want to do that. You don't want to press on your pencil because then you get ghost lines when you try to erase when you make a mistake. So it's easier to draw very light first. Then once we got how we wanted our drawing, we're going to go ahead and press just a little bit on the edges so we can see it a lot better. And you don't have to do this, but I did because I wanted you to see. I'm going to add the light source. Where is my light coming from? That area right there is going to be the lightest, and down here is going to be the shadow and the darkest area. Remember, put your light source. Where is it coming from? Now I'm going to choose my colors. What colors am I going to use? I'm going to use color pencils for this, and I have my brown, my green, my yellow, and my black. I also am going to use a pink and an orange for the center. I do want to add a little bit of color as my pear that I have has that little pink, color in there. They also have little freckles, so you got to look at all the details when you look at your fruit, okay? So I'm going to start, and I'm going to make sure I'm not going to be pressing down hard. We're not pressing and putting color. We are layering. That is the best way to get this going. We are going to be layering our colors one on top of each other until we get the color that we want. So first I'm going to do the bottom area. And remember, your paper is not stuck to your table. It's not stuck on there, so you can move your paper. Obviously, it's easier to move the paper than it is your table, right? So let's do that. So we're going to start with the shade, the darker area, and we're just going to be layering. Okay, so as we layer, I'm not touching the area where there's light. Remember, we're using the white of the paper for light. So we're right now doing layering. I did a dark color first, and then I blended in with my lighter green. Okay, so blending is very important when you transition. You're transitioning to a dark color to a light color. So the dark color is down there below, and the lighter color will be on top where your light source is. Okay, so again, we're blending and we're doing it lightly. We're not pressing on that color. We're not pushing down. We're not putting that color first. We're blending. You're transitioning from dark to light. This is a process that is a slow process. You can't finish this within a minute. So you take your time and you go from dark to light. Now I'm using a lighter color pencil, okay? Now, as you can see, I am not going up and down. I am going to the shape of the object. If you go up and down, you lose the 3D effect that you want to get at the end, okay? So it's not up and down. Okay, now that I have that outside, I want to do the inside with that pink. Now I use the edge. I'm always using the edge of the pencil, not the point. Okay, the point leaves marks and lines, and I like the edge of the pencil or color pencil to go smooth and no lines. Now I use the separate paper and I rub the edge of the pencil or color pencil, and to smooth out the edge, and it won't leave me lines, and it's a lot smoother that way. Then I add my color in the center. I'm blending. All you want to do is blend. You want to put those colors together and not make it a patch of pink or a patch of green. So blending is very important. Now here I erased the area where it's going to be all white. Okay, I just went back and erased it. I'm adding a darker green and I'm still blending. Remember, blending is the secret. Transitioning from dark to light. Now I did the top. The same thing where my light source is. I'm going to leave areas that are white with the paper. I don't use any color, white color or anything. I leave it white so I can use the paper as my white. Doing the stem. I'm using yellow to add to the stem as well. Remember, you can add as many colors as you want. If you see it on your fruit, add it. Just make sure you're blending it in. We don't want patches. That's the secret. And remember, we're layering. We're not just putting and plastering color on there. Okay? So I'm adding, again, more color, blending it in. This is why layering is important, because you get to look at your drawing and make sure you have enough color there, or maybe that's enough color, you don't need to add more there. That is layering. It is a longer process than just putting the color on there, but layering, you can layer several colors as well. Like I'm adding this pink and I'm still blending it out. I don't want it to just be a pink and orange blob in the center. Okay, now I'm going to add the last of the dark and the details, and here I'm making sure I'm going to put the darkest area, and I'm going to start with the shadow, and the shadow I start with the brown, and I make sure the shadow, when the shadow goes away from the pear or any fruit, it kind of disappears. So it's a lighter when it goes out, and when it's like sitting on something, a table, a plate, it has a darker under the pear. So it's darker under the pear, and then it fades away into a lighter, kind of fading away where you can't see it anymore on that light. So the darkest is underneath the pear, and the lighter is when it goes away from the pear. Okay, look at that light on the right corner. We didn't need to put white because the paper is white, and we use the paper as light. After you finish with your shadow, you make sure you look at it and make sure it's balanced. It's heavy. It looks heavy on the bottom. I really hope you enjoyed this project, boys and girls. Here is the end result, and you can continue with the other fruits if you like. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you. This is Ms. Ramirez saying goodbye.